So, haven't done this in a long time, but I kind of feel like I have to. It won't get out of my brain, so I need to talk about it. Usually I'm quite fair when it comes to reviewing or critiquing. No, that's a lie. I'm quite overly critical about a lot of things. Anyone who knows me knows that. But this recent thing it's bothered you when you gotta make a video or something about it and just kind of put your opinion out there. So we are going to be talking about What If Episode 7. We're also going to be talking about What If Episode 4 and Doctor Strange the movie. I'm going to be bringing you up a bit because I've got a lot of this stuff in my head, but I've had to make some notes, so you're going to see my eye flick up. So, basically, I kind of feel they're starting to force Doctor Strange on us. I'm not sure if it's as a red herring for Mephisto, or making us think that it's going to be Mephisto when it's not, or if it's just like it's actually going to be Mephisto. But at the moment, they're just trying to keep those fan theories going. But I kind of feel like they are. I mean, I don't think they can, but I feel like they are, because I know Mephisto is like his own being, but with the MCU, they're able to implement their own rules, and especially when they're going into multiversal, like, who knows, Mephisto could be one being, or it could in one multiverse, or it could be in all multiverses, or it could have travelled between all multiverses because of his power. We don't know. Like, the MCU, new rules. But anyway, so I watched episode 7 today, and it's made me go back and watch them. Watch the old one. So I've watched, when watching episode 4, episode 4 is What If Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands. That is the episode in which him and his girlfriend, before he becomes Sorcerer Supreme, are driving off. There's a car crash, she dies, and that's what sends him off to become Doctor Strange. When I was watching this, I don't know, I had to rewatch Doctor Strange, the movie, because I didn't think that Doctor Strange would have gone through all this for her. And rewatching the film, I definitely think this, because their chemistry wasn't that great, and he didn't even seem that into her in the early areas of the film. I get it. It's a different universe. They're going to play on that, and they're probably a lot closer in this universe. So cool. But still, I kind of feel like it wasn't so much a what if as a plant of this character to come back later. We'll get to that, but that's just kind of what I think, because at the end of it, it was just overly obsessive. It was, like, there was no saving it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get that. Sometimes love can be obsessive, and, like, it's just, it's understandable, like, but it seemed like it went too far. But anyway, he basically absorbs all these creatures in episode 4, including this big fuck-off Hydra tentacle thing. And to rewrite this absolute point in time, he has to use all of their abilities. But unfortunately, because you can't rewrite an absolute moment in time, the universe starts to shrink in on him, and he becomes trapped in this little marble ball to be never seen again. Right, so we move on to episode 7. I get this is a bit clipped. I've literally had to do notes because it's just my brain. So, episode 7 is What If Ultron won? Which is totally, now don't get me wrong, I'm a pick-apart person, but Ultron winning was totally possible. I kind of felt during times in the film that he could have possibly won. He had a lot to him. The only reason he didn't win is because he didn't have Vision. But what if he got Vision? So, the Avengers being beaten, totally believable. I'm surprised that Clint and Natalie made it out, but I've got to be honest, if I had to pick 2 characters out of the original 5 to survive and be in a story like this, Clint and Nat would be those characters, especially since we won't be seeing Nat again. So, I'm happy for that. Keep bringing that in the what ifs, because it was horrible losing her in Infinity War or Endgame. But anyway, he beats the Avengers, that's fine. But then Thanos comes out and just gets whooped, like, straight up, like, laser through by a Mind Stone, while Thanos is wielding 5 Infinity Gems. or stones. And he has the time stone, which means he had to have been at Earth at some point and seen it all fucked up. Even though he knows that his shit failed and he knows that they have a resistance. So he knows that shit's got fucky. His defenses would have been up. And he has the reality stone. You're telling me the reality stone couldn't have... Whatever. I can allow that. Then we'll move on past that. So he kills Thanos. Just whoop, straight between. Yeah? Kills Thanos. Moves on. And hears the rest of the cries of people, or like voice of people in the universe. And he's like, well, I got to silence this. I got to kill it all. So he goes off, destroying all the planets, doing all that stuff. Nah. He probably would have killed Gamora still. Sorry, I was just like, how did Thanos get the Soul Stone? But no, he's probably brought back Gamora and thrown off the Soul Stone. That's a minor thing. But anyway, yeah. So he's finished killing the universe, and you get that thing where the Watcher's just talking. Like, it's that cliche thing. It's happened in a few episodes so far, and a few people being able to hear him. Doctor Strange in episode 4 being another one. And you see Ultron turn around and hear him, and then grabs him and starts beating crap out of him. Like, as in, he's gone out of the multiverse and into the crack. Like, when there's the mirrors and everything and you can't see the new universe and it's more of a mirror thing, I kind of see that, I might be wrong, but I kind of see that as the cracks between the universe. Kind of like the void in Doctor Who. It's the emptiness between the multiverses. I might be wrong, but that's how I see it, because when it's there, there's nothing but maybe glimpses of universes. However, when they're on the other side, there's usually a backdrop, a city, a planet, an ice. The ice in this was done brilliantly. The parts where like the ice was shattered behind the Watcher. There were some really good moments. I love the animation. It's just the lore that's fucking with me. So so he starts spanking the Watcher across the universes, which, I've got to be honest, that's when I had the biggest problem. Because Ultron's power is being given to him by the 6 Infinity Stones, which are now in other universes. Even though, correct me if I'm wrong, but the point, or part of the point of Loki's story, was to show us that in a universe that isn't the Stone's origin universe, they're useless, powerless, paperweights. They made the joke of it. So if that's the case, how did Ultron have power outside of his own universe? Because they literally writ themselves into a place where they can stop him as long as he's in their universe. So he needs to be out of their universe so they can't fuck with him. Nat and Clint. Cool. But the only way he's getting power in the other universes to be able to withstand the Watcher's blows is because of his Infinity Stones, which are in universes other than their origin. So how has he got power? So, and this is why I feel they're forcing Doctor Strange on us, or this Mephisto-ish person on us, because the Watcher gets forced to the point where he's like, well, I can't go nowhere else. I can't deal with him. He's fucking with me. Watcher puts up a good fight. Don't get me wrong. Some of the fights are brilliant, but he has to go to the Marvel universe, to Doctor Strange, Mephisto, out of the ways. All because of this. A story which I at least see 2 or 3 moments where law was broken, or at least stretched to the point of breaking. Like, Spider-Man's web would have trouble carrying the weight. So, I don't get it. I would love, if I'm missing anything, please let me know. But I really feel like 4 and 7 have kind of been forced upon us, kind of been written just to force upon us this Mephisto, or bring Mephisto into it. Especially since stuff like Spider-Man is coming up, with Doctor Strange messing with time and messing with people's memories, calling back to One More Day again, and the one that comes afterwards. It feels like they're trying to set him up, but I feel like in trying to set him up, they've broken some of the rules in which they've written. I could be wrong. It could be that when the sacred timeline was a thing, that's when the stones only had power in their origin universe, and now that it's been split off into its multiverses, they have power anywhere. That could be the case. But if so, like, if anyone could like point me to where they make that apparent, please do. Because at the moment, it just feels like... I get the whole MCU, new rules from the comics. That's cool. But it now feels like the MCU's breaking the MCU rules. So, please, get at me. Like, I would love a discussion about this. This is one of those episodes where I've just kind of like... I need to talk about it. And unfortunately, today's one of those days where I'm home alone. So, if anyone out there wants to chat about it, please get back at me. Or if you have any information... get back at me, because I don't know. Like I love Marvel. I do. I love the MCU. I love the comic books, but I feel like Marvel's kind of like it's taken some good dives, but some of their works have got me just dropping off. So please get back at me. Love you. Have a good day.